y'all? Hope y'all having a good morning this morning. I just want to talk about something real quick. So, gig work, the gig apps, as you know, they have been getting deactivated randomly, right? But also, people cars are getting repoed because of gig work as well, right? So, say if you're financing a car and you don't tell them that you're going to be using your car for commercial use or gig work, they can come and repo that car if they find out. Now, I did not know about this. I just started hearing about this recently, but this has actually just been going on for a while. So even if you're making the payments on time, even if you keeping the insurance up on it, they can come repo your car. Now, this should be even more of a reason why people should just try to buy cars straight cash. The best car to me is a paid off car, to be honest. Forget these car notes. I know it's a lot of people that's stressing out about their bills. One car note away, one rent payment away from being homeless. And a lot of people are going homeless because of their cars. They kind of have to choose between a car payment or a rent payment, or a car payment or a utility bill, and that's a bad situation to be in. And I know this it's from experience, you know. Like I said, I had a car, I had a truck that I had to file Chapter 7 on, and I was spending like an extra $1,000 a month, you know, just for that truck, not including gas and maintenance. That's not including the gas and maintenance. So this should be more of a reason why you should try to buy your car straight out. I know it's hard to do in this economy, but you know, there's some things you can do. You can get for under $5,000. And I know a lot of people might say, well, there usually comes a lot of problem with these cars that you pay straight cash. Well, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The car that I financed straight off the lot had more problems than this car that I have right now that I paid just straight cash for. And I got that truck straight off the lot. Just about like almost like a day after, the headlights stopped working, and then there was a lot of sensor issues with it too. And then I just had to, I say all together, I had to spend like $3,000 just for maintenance and upkeep for that vehicle. I had to replace the rotors, the brakes multiple times. I had to get a brand new wheel burn. The headlight still didn't work, and I had to take it to the shop multiple times to get the headlights fixed. And I just said I'm not taking it back no more, because they was aftermarket headlights and the warranty didn't even cover that. So these dealerships, they try to get you with the warranty thing too. Man, in reality, the warranty don't even really cover nothing for real. It's just a scam, to be honest, for you to spend more money than what you had to spend. But with that being said, you know, they're repoing people's cars that's financing them, even if you're making the payments on time. And the thing is, you can say that you use your car for commercial use or whatever the case may be in the contract. But the thing is, you know, that's going to try to hike your insurance up, right? And a lot of people, they're not even making enough money doing gig apps for it to even be reasonable to pay that much extra for insurance. So I'm saying y'all be careful, you know. They acting real funky with these gig apps. They're repoing people cars. They're deactivating people accounts. And I did gig work for 5 years on and off. So I know, you know, I used it as supplemental income. There was only a couple times to where, you know, that was my full-time income. I realized real quickly that you can't make gig apps your full-time income because it's just so inconsistent and it's a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle. But yeah, these gig apps are just acting real funky. They've been acting real weird lately. They deactivating people accounts. People are getting their cars repoed. And like I said before in the previous video, I feel like they're just trying to starve people out of making supplemental income. That's why it's been so many issues with this. They just randomly been deactivating people accounts. And for some of these gig apps, you do have to have newer cars, so I can understand that. You do have to have newer cars because, you know, some of these gig apps are real bougie. You know, they don't want you to have no dents, no blemishes, nothing like that. And, you know, they're deactivating people accounts for minor reasons like that. So I'm just say this: if you're doing gig work and you're financing your car and it's not in the contract or anything that you're going to be using the car for commercial use or to do gig work, then they can come and repo your car. So I'm just letting y'all know, be careful there. I just heard about this recently. I didn't even know that. That sounds crazy to me. Which I don't believe people, like I said, if you're doing everything you're supposed to do, making the payments and insurance payments, they shouldn't care what you do with your car. But that lets you know you don't really own your car until you had the title in hand. So they can still come back and do what they want to. You're at the mercy of the finance company or the bank. Well, whoever is financing, whoever gave you the loan for your car, you're at their mercy. But that's all I wanted to talk about. Hope y'all have a good day. I'll probably drop another video later on. Peace.